Hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Easter Sunday to you all. It's a bright and sunny afternoon here in New York City. What it is like where you are watching from. Today we're going to be talking about hair. We're not only going to be talking about hair, but we are also going to be sharing at least some recipes that are good for dry scalp, thinning hair, bald spot, dandruff, and we're even going to reach out to split ends. If you're having any of these issues, if you're looking to grow your hair, if you're looking to thicken your hair, if you're looking to control those edges, we have some natural remedies for you. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Now, what are you doing at home and where are you watching from? Let us know. And guess what, guys? We normally do our regular shout out. Oh, before we get into the shout out, if you celebrate Easter, it's actually Easter Sunday. So if you celebrate Easter Sunday, happy Easter to you. If not, happy Sunday to you and welcome to Sunday Chit Chat with Khichibeauty. The way we're going to be doing the show today, we are going to talk about each and every segment. We're going to talk about thinning hair. We're going to talk about bald spot. We're going to talk about regrow the edges, and we're going to go in step by step. After we talk about each different topic, then we're going to share a natural remedy that you can use to take care of these issues. So whatever it is that you are here for, just hang on. We're going to be talking about it. But as I said, we are going to be doing it in stages. The first thing we're going to talk about is thinning hair. So if you're having thinning hair, if you find that your hair is tend to getting a little too thin and you want some natural remedy for it, then that's what we're going to be talking about to begin. But let's do our regular shout out. And the first person we want to welcome to today's chat is our moderator, Lucy. And if you see Lucy's name is highlighted in blue with a spanner beside it. That is our moderator. You're also going to notice some other people on the chat with their names highlighted in green. Those are our members. Okay, they are members. They are already subscribers, and now they are members of the channel where they could, share their opinion, talk about videos they don't like, suggest topics, get private chats, and so on. So if you want to be a member, the join button that is below, that is what that is. When you click on that join button, it's going to take you to a whole series. You're going to see, the different levels of membership, and you can go ahead and choose one. You're not forced to be a member. You're already a subscriber, but it's just a little perks, something little extra that you can do so to feel more comfortable and more a part of the channel for say. So welcome to all the members on the channel today on the live chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. First member was Jason. How are you doing, Jason? I hope that you are having an amazing day. We have Keisha Rowe, and Keisha Rowe is a regular on the chat. She's from Jamaica. Welcome, Keisha, to the chat. Makeup Forever. How are you doing? We also have Afi Ramani. How are you? Hello, Maya. How are you? Maya Morrison. That is Narisa, Khichi, and everyone in the chat. Jackie Mom. Happy Resurrection Sunday. Chichi, as usual, I'm here on the street trying to get home from work. Essential worker. We're going to give all our essential worker and frontline workers a shout out, guys. I live in New York City and it is crazy here. It is like really, really crazy. Living here for 20 odd a year, and this is the first time, apart from the World Trade Center, this is the first time that I'm experiencing such a crisis. But we all have to be strong. We all have to cheer the people that are out there every day dealing with it, facing it, and trying to take care of everybody while they are taking care of themselves. Margaret, good afternoon. And we also have Jackie Henry. How are you? Happy Easter to you. Is it sunny in Port Antonio? Port Antonio is always rainy. I might be wrong, but it's years ago. But yeah, that's how I view it. All right. So we also have Shima Paulette Martin, Natasha Archer, and Deborah Akshar, I think that is, Karen G, and Brian Waswa. I might mess that up, but welcome to the chat. Now, if you're joining the chat and this is your first time, please comment so we could give you a shout out, give you a little welcome to the chat. Also, if you're watching the chat, go ahead, ask your question, comment, just be a part of the chat, make your voice be heard. The only way I know you're on the chat is when you comment or just, just say something. Family channel, keep it clean, and, let's begin. So, who on the chat today are experiencing thinning hair? If you're experiencing thinning hair, please comment. Now, what causes thinning hair? There's a number of factors that cause a thinning hair. We're not going to discuss anything medical today, but that is one of the factors. Sometimes people are going through certain kinds of medical issues and it causes thinning hair. We're not touching that. We don't care about that part of it. What we do is share remedies that might help to, to thicken the hair, might help to moisturize the hair root, might help to boost the collagen production in the hair root, the hair follicles, that is, so that your hair could start to grow back nicely. So, remedy for a thinning hair. Thinning hair, you definitely need some protein, okay? And the more protein that you eat, it's going to help your hair. We're not going to talk about the diet. We're talking about the remedy that you're going to apply to the hair. If you're on the chat, you have thinning hair, what it is that you are using. And do you know the reason why you have thinning hair? Some people have thinning hair because it's hereditary. Their grandparents coming down the line tend to have thin hair. Another great factor, main factor of thinning hair is age. When you age, all of that melanin, all of that molecules, all of that grease and sebum and all of that tend to slow down, and that could cause your hair to start thinning out. So vitamins are amazing when it comes on to thinning hair. You need to know what vitamins to take, but definitely there's many vitamins out there that you could help out. Go check your doctor if you find that it is a severe thinning and it's not from old age or anything like that. Now, when it comes on to home remedies, that's what we're going to talk about for thinning hair. A very, 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 very good ingredient for thinning hair is egg. And that is egg white. As a matter of fact, I don't have thinning hair, to be honest, but there are many people in my family with thinning hair. Egg white, I'm blending the whole thing. I use it regardless that I don't have thinning hair because I like my hair to look nice, healthy, bouncy, and shiny. So egg on a whole, I don't separate. Most people just separate and use only the egg white. I think the egg yolk is loaded with a protein that is really good for the hair. Now, how do I use this egg on thinning hair? You use the egg on your thinning hair by adding some other ingredient to it. And the main ingredient that I like to mix the egg with is some aloe vera gel and some rosemary. Now, how do you use the rosemary? You can choose to use rosemary oil, or the way I like it is the fresh rosemary. So what you do, you get some fresh rosemary, and in case you don't know what rosemary is a spice that is used for cooking. Aloe vera is a plant that people use in their hair. They use it on their entire body, and we all know what egg is. So you boil that rosemary, get a bunch of rosemary, and you boil that rosemary. Make it strong. It's really, really good for your hair. The smell might not be all that great for your hair, but the rosemary itself is good. So you boil that rosemary, and no, you're not boiling out all of the nutrients that you need for your hair. So you boil the rosemary, you take your aloe vera gel, and fresh aloe vera gel is good for this recipe more than the store-bought. However, if you only have the store-bought, go ahead and use that. But I like the fresh aloe vera gel. As a matter of fact, when it comes on to the aloe vera leaf, that peel that you peel off from the aloe vera to get that gel, guess what? The peel, throw it in the pot with the rosemary and boil that up for about 10 minutes. Put it away, let it simmer, let it soak a little, let it cool down, strain it off. Get your egg, and when you get that egg, burst it. If you have a blender, put it in there. If you don't have a blender, get a fork, because we're going to whisk things up. And you take that aloe vera and that rosemary, you take about to 1 egg, you're going to take about 4 tablespoons of the mixture of the rosemary and the aloe vera gel, put it in there, whisk it up, and guess where you're going to do with that? You're going to put that all over your hair, massaging the root. And once that your hair is totally saturated with that remedy, you're going to put a steam cap, a shower cap, whatever plastic cap that you have. If you even have plastic bag, put it over it, tie it up, and you're going to walk around in the house with it for about an hour. There's an easier way though. You could go under a ear dryer. Frankly, I prefer to just let the whole natural thing keep going by not going under an ear dryer with it. But an ear dryer is going to steam it much faster. So if you have one of those, go ahead and use it. If not, leave that remedy, that egg, rosemary, and aloe vera remedy in your hair for at least an hour or so, and then you're going to rinse it out. If you can use that in your hair at least once per week, it will help with thinning hair. However, when you rinse your hair out, what is going to happen? You need something to massage the scalp, right? What you're going to be doing, you are going to be using the good old coconut oil. And if you have the rosemary oil, it's readily available like on Amazon and so on. You're going to take that coconut oil, you're going to tip some of the rosemary oil in it. If no rosemary oil, not to worry, put a little bit of a castor oil in it, or use both the castor oil and the rosemary oil with the coconut oil. Mix that up, put it in a nice little jar, and you are going to use it to massage the hair scalp. Okay, so you're going to part your hair and just apply that on the scalp, and then you take your hands and you just make sure it's all over the scalp, and you're going to oil your scalp at least 2 times a week. And that is one of the best natural remedy that you can find for thinning hair. If you have questions, guys, go ahead and ask it right now. Lucilda Grant, how are you doing? Taryn G, I used the aloe vera gel this weekend. I used the fresh aloe. I made it into a conditioner and oil, and that is amazing. That aloe vera gel, guys, is amazing for your hair. It is like a no joke, and you're going to notice that there's so many remedies, so many natural products out there. You're going to find shampoo, conditioner, hair oil, you name it, out there on the market using the aloe vera gel. And it is for a reason, because it do work. Now, when it comes on to the rosemary, there are many people that are not familiar with the fact that rosemary is great for thinning hair. It is amazing for your hair. And also the rosemary is great to cook with. That's a spice that have a lot of nutritional benefits for your body on a whole. When you want to grow your nails, okay, and your lashes and all of that, and you choose to cook with a lot of rosemary, it's going to help tremendously. So use up your rosemary. So in case you missed the recipe, 1 medium egg, and I'm going to say about a half an ounce or so. Use a discretion with the amount of rosemary that you have, and 2 ounces of aloe vera with both peel and gel. What you're going to do, you're going to just add a cup or so of water, put your rosemary in the pot, add the aloe vera peel, keep the gel to blend with the egg, and boil that for about 5 minutes. Let it cool down. Then you break that egg in your blender. Then you had the aloe vera gel that is left after you remove the peel in the blender with the egg. And what you're going to use is about 4 tablespoons of the rosemary and aloe mixture that you just boiled. Pour it in the blender, blend it, apply it to your hair, saturate your hair with it, cover your hair, leave it on for about an hour or so, and then you rinse out, preferably with warm water. Apply your favorite ear oil, ear conditioner, or whatever else that you use on your hair. However, I suggest that you use some coconut oil with some coconut oil with some rosemary oil and massage your scalp. Okay, all right, so that's recipe number one. Khichibeauty, I'm hearing double. So someone is saying they are hearing double. I don't know why. We only have one microphone that is plugged in. Is there anybody else on the chat that is hearing double? All right, happy woman. Chichi, can I do more? Can you do more on vagina care, wash, etc.? Thank you. And I think I spoke about this last week. One of the reasons why we don't do much on that is because it's a very sensitive topic, and sometimes when we make those videos, our videos get flagged. So we kind of try to stay away from it. But I find a way when it comes on, like to the wash, that I could actually make a few more of those videos without getting into too much graphic details. Okay, so you're not gonna hear certain words. However, the recipe will be there. Okay, so we have knowledge, equipped, I think. I just got sister lock and I was told not to use any oil. My edges are regrowing since I start my locks. What can I use? Well, if you're not gonna use any form of an oil, and oil also could mean a shea butter. Shea butter is good on your hair, but the remedy I just gave, for you want to leave on, most likely since your hair is long, you want to leave on. And I have a wonderful recipe coming up for bald spots in the show. Wait for that recipe, okay? All right, so let's move on. Sharon Ashford. Hey, yeah, I have mixed ear type, Indian and black. It is turning 40, and these recipes that I am sharing with you today is right across the board. It doesn't matter if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, you can use it in your hair. They're all natural, and they have, gone through testing, so they are really, really good. All these ingredients are known to help in your hair, whether it is thinning, bald, dandruff, you name it, it's gonna help someone. All right, so we have Mumbai mango. How about stubborn dandruff, please? And we're gonna get to dandruff. We just finished with thinning hair. I'm just taking a few questions, and the next thing we're gonna talk about is bald spot, and then we're gonna talk about dandruff and dry scalp. All right, so no double. Okay, thank you for that. Patricia Little, can you do one on how to get rid of white small spot and black woman skin, please? And that if you are a regular watcher, you know that I'm gonna be like, once it's about white spot, I always say the first thing when it comes down to white spot on your body, especially on a darker skinned person, is to go and see your doctor. That's the very first thing once you have those white spots. And after that, then you can come back, depend on what your doctor tell you, and talk about home remedies. Okay, all right. So Jennifer Clark, do you use the white only? No, personally I use both the white and the yolk, but some people use only the white. The yolk had more protein than the white, and the hair need that protein, so I just blend everything. And most conditioner that contain egg, they use the yolk in it. So use up the entire egg, or just use the yolk and use the white to do a facial mask. Okay, all right, so we are moving on. Elizabeth Lasoso, how are you? Welcome to the chat. Abigail, how are you? Can the remedy stop the hair from dropping? Yes, and that is why we are doing it. For thinning hair, it means that it's going to stop hair fall. Okay, and some people really have it. Some people also have severe hair fall when they're going through stuff like chemos and all of that, and that's why we're trying to strengthen the root of the hair to bring back, the hair growth faster. All right, so we are moving on. Lucille Legrand, Lucille Dixon. Hello, my aunt is on the chat. Yes, guys, I have a couple of aunts now. My aunt, the one that is on the video with me on my blog channel, is on the chat. This is the first time she's commented, so I want to welcome her to the chat. And I love you so much, Auntie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Patricia Little, okay. Norma Cook, happy Easter to you. Thank you so much, and same to you. Christine Kitchen, welcome. Knowledge, and we just mentioned you. We have Yvonne Rondal, greeting, and I need this because my hair is thinning, with bald spot. Okay, so you already got the remedy for your thinning hair. We're moving on to bald spot. Now, what causes bald spot? Many things can cause bald spot. We often see more bald spot in men than women, and most of the cases for men is heredity and also age. When people age, they tend to lose the hair. They lose a lot of things, start to slow down, including the hair growth. For women, sometimes we tend to have patches. If it's heredity, most women is going to have the bald spot right here. But we have different kinds of bald spot. We have, you know, different pattern. The male pattern is different from the female pattern, and we also have scarring, like, you know, people like have an accident, burn their skin and stuff like that, and they get that bald spot. One thing I could say, when it comes on to like burn, that spot, you're very lucky if it's going to grow back. But when it comes on like to the regular pattern, like the male pattern, that is, you know, where they tend to bald all up here, that is, I would almost say that is from natural causes in most cases. So what do we do? How do we treat these bald spots? Whether you are a female or you are a male, the same remedy is good for you. And I'm going to talk about an ingredient that is very scarce now, especially in New York City. You cannot go to the grocery and get this ingredient any at all. Also, Lord, green roses, you name it, there is absolutely none. Thank you for so much knowledge equipped for contributing $10 to the chat. Thank you so much for that. And that is ginger. Ginger is good for a bald spot. Now, ginger is good for a lot of things, and a lot of you know what I'm talking about when it comes on to ginger, and that is why ginger is selling like hot bread. And you normally get like a pound of ginger in New York City for like about $4.99. Now, if you even see ginger, which is nowhere to be found, it's gonna be like $12.99 or so. It's gonna be like really, really crazy. Now, they're not using it to regrow bald spot. They're using it for other things, and you know, the COVID guys, you know, they're using it for that. But get yourself some ginger if you find that your hair is bald and you have bald spot, whether it's here, there, or anywhere under your head, guys. You are gonna actually grate or blend that ginger, and what you're gonna do, you're gonna strain it. Now listen carefully. When you strain that ginger, you are gonna let it set, okay? So you're gonna leave that strained ginger for about 2 hours or probably a little longer. And what is gonna happen, the starch from the ginger is gonna be separated from the water. Now, we're not using the ginger water in our hair right now. We are gonna use that ginger starch. And some of you might not be aware that ginger is loaded with starch. Yes, if you grate that ginger, you put it down, you're gonna see the starch at the bottom. That is what you are gonna be using. Now, you're gonna use that ginger starch and you're gonna mix it. There's several things you can mix it with. You can mix it with the good old, and I'm not gonna leave the show without talking about it, petroleum jelly. You can mix it with petroleum jelly, also known as Vaseline. You can also choose to mix that ginger with some aloe vera gel, and this time you're not using, well, you could use the fresh aloe vera gel, but I prefer the store-bought aloe vera gel for this. You mix it with the ginger. You can also choose to mix all three together. Now, you could substitute the Vaseline petroleum jelly, that is, for some good old coconut oil or even some olive oil. So you get a wide variety of oils that you can use to mix with this ginger. Rosemary oil is good to mix with the ginger. Coconut oil is good to mix with the ginger. And here it comes, guys, the good old shea butter. Get that ginger starch, mix it up with that shea butter, put a little bit of a rosemary oil or a little bit of an olive oil or some coconut oil in it, and you're going to use that to rub your bald spot. Now, you cannot do this just one time and think the hair is just going to spring up like that. As a matter of fact, some of you might have to use it for a week or two before you notice anything different on the top of your head or where you have this bald spot. But you're going to see an amazing result. The trick is when you apply that solution to your bald spot, don't just pat it on. You are going to massage it. And when you massage it on your bald spot, what you are doing, you are boosting circulation. Circulation meaning blood flow. And that is going to boosts the hair follicles and prompt hair growth with your solution. Make it, put it in a bottle. But because you're using fresh ginger for this, guys, what is going to happen is that you will have to use it up in 7 days. Now, if you find yourself with some ginger powder, which the fresh ginger is going to work much better, use the ginger powder so you could have a longer shelf life. Make sure it's 100% pure ginger powder. If you have bald spot and you're using something, please comment and share. Now we're going to move on from bald spot, and we are going to be talking about, guess what? Somebody was asking about this one, dry scalp. Now, a lot of people don't know the difference between dry scalp and dandruff. So we're going to differentiate that for you guys today because it's two different things. However, one leads to the other. But let me go ahead and take some questions and comment. All right. Lucy, can you also grow fresh ginger in your garden? One thing I don't have. Oh, some people are even growing ginger. I wish I know how to grow ginger. I'm almost sure that my grandmother had ginger on her property when we were growing up. I know what it looks like. I know it's something we pull from the. I'm like 99%. Well, let me say about 95% sure that we had ginger, that our whole ginger when we were growing up. All right, so Diane Pitt, is it possible to restore damaged hair follicle resulting in bald spot? And we just eaten that a bit. I didn't see the question, but I think I answered the question when I was just talking about, yes, you can with massaging, okay? Massaging is good for a lot of things. It's good to lift and firm the skin, and it's also good for circulation. So if you have your bald spot, guys, definitely. Quick sidetrack, guys. Do you like my necklace today? What is going to be happening on this channel? I'm going to start selling some of these pieces. So not today, we don't start yet, but I just want to see, how much of you think that you would like this necklace enough to buy. Just a little sidetrack because we're going to start selling some jewelry because a lot of you always be asking about my jewelry. So maybe I need to share, some of the jewelry with you guys, and especially where they're going to be in my shop, so you could actually click on the link. But I'll let you know when that comes into being. If you're into jewelry, that is, which I know most of you are since you're always asking. That's just a little side track. We're talking about hair on a whole. Hello, Hannah Williams. How are you? Cut a piece that have the eye and plant it. Oh, we're talking about planting ginger root. Yeah, Annette, you're such a country girl. You know that? And that's exactly how you plant the ginger. As a matter of fact, if you go to the store, sidetrack, guys, we're not straying from talking about our hair, but if you go to the store and you get fresh ginger, you can actually put that in some dirt, and what it's called the eye is a little bump, and it turn it up like this, and it just might grow once you didn't stay out in the coldness and really get frostbite. And Patricia Lickle, I love your jewelry. Thank you so much for that. Ladies, what the recipe for thinning bald spot here? We just talked about the recipe. The recipe is eggs, rosemary oil, and aloe vera gel. Okay, all right. So, and you could actually rewind after the show is finished and go back and see the recipe. If I have the time, I'm going to list all the recipe. Hopefully, guys, don't hold me to it under the video when it's done. Now, we're going to talk about a dry scalp. Now, what are the reasons why some of us have dry scalp? It means that the body, the hair, the follicles are not producing enough oil. That's basically the reason why we tend to get dry scalp. However, sometimes we get dry scalp because, of our environment. You might live in a place when it's winter and all of that, and the heat and everything going on, that could cause dry scalp. But mostly it's because the hair, the head, is not producing enough moisture. So to treat dry scalp, you got to add moisture to it. Remember, I was just talking about the difference between dandruff and dry scalp. We're going to give dry scalp remedy, and we're going to give dandruff remedy. Two different things. It's just that dry scalp could lead to dandruff, okay? Dry scalp means that when you touch it, it feels dry. There's no grease, there's no oil, nothing. Your head is just slowing down, guys. It's not producing enough moisture. Now, that is actually the easiest thing out of all of what we're going to talk about today to fix. It's very, very easy to fix the dry scalp. The only thing is that it needs a dedication. And dedication meaning parting your hair in small portion and applying a good remedy that's going to moisturize the hair and actually, guess what, lock that moisture in your scalp so that you don't lose it. Now, if you watch my channel a lot, by now you will know one thing that really and truly lock moisture in the skin. And some of you, depending on your hair type or your hair quality, you cannot use this, but petroleum jelly is going to lock the moisture in the skin. It's really good for dry scalp, especially if you mix it with the good old castor oil. For those of you who cannot use petroleum jelly, I have an amazing remedy for you, and this one is a little different. Some of you might not be aware that peppermint, the good old peppermint, whether you're going to buy, be careful when you buy peppermint. I just remember that some peppermint oil is not really real peppermint. So if you have the peppermint, fresh peppermint, is actually better for this recipe. If not, make sure you put, if you're buying peppermint oil, is 100% pure peppermint. Okay? I hope you get what I'm saying. Some of them is just like essence of peppermint, not really peppermint, but peppermint is what is going to get the job done for the dry scalp. What are we mixing this peppermint with? We are mixing it with some castor oil and some shea butter. Just 3 ingredients. I suggest that you melt the shea butter before. Get your peppermint oil if you're using peppermint oil. If you're using fresh peppermint, what I want you to do, take that peppermint, you are going to put it in the blender, you're going to blend it. You're not going to get a lot of juice. Be mindful of that. It's going to be a little bit. Get a piece of cheesecloth and wring that, and you're going to get the fresh peppermint juice. That is what you're going to mix in that shea butter. Mix it up with that castor oil. Use it on your scalp. Amazing. And for those of you out there, guys, for you guys with dry scalp and bald spot, this remedy is for you also. So you're going to part your hair in small portion and you're going to apply this amazing combination. However, guys, I really prefer the fresh peppermint for this, okay? Fresh is always best. Natural is always better. That's 100%. You're sure that it is peppermint. When you, as I said, when you get the store-bought, you're not so sure if it's peppermint, okay? Because there's, anyway, we're not going to get in what you need to pass the FDA and all of these kind of things. But definitely, guys, fresh peppermint, shea butter, and some aloe vera gel is good. If you're using fresh aloe vera gel for this recipe and you're using fresh peppermint for this recipe, you can actually blend the two together. Aloe vera gel, peppermint leaf, blend it up, put it on your hair, put a steam cap over it, walk around with that for about an hour or two, rinse it out, and then you go with your shea butter and your peppermint oil and oil the scalp. Full treatment, conditioner and leave-in hair treatment for your dry scalp. That also is going to help with the itchy scalp. When you apply the peppermint to your scalp, you're going to feel like a little tingling sensation. That is okay. It's not going to last long, but it's going to take care of all that itching that goes on with dry scalp. All right, so now we are going to move on to dandruff, which is often caused from dry scalp. But before we do so, we're going to take a few comments. If you're just joining in, welcome. We're talking about hair today, and we're giving 7, you know, I probably already give about 4, but we're giving about 7 natural homemade remedies that are great for different things. We just spoke about thinning hair. We talk about bald spot, and now we're talking about dry scalp. And I'm also going to list the time that we start talking about each of these topics in the description when the video is done. Thus, you could just scroll back and watch whatever it is that you are here for. All right, so Candy Channel, happy Easter. Khichi, happy Easter to you. J Jack, how are you? Can hormone imbalance cause hair to thin and stop growing? Now, I think I could answer that question because that's not a no medical question, right? I hope not. Yes, it can. Anyway, I'm just gonna skip over it like that because I'm not sure. And you know they have very strong and very strict stipulation on YouTube. So certain question, if it's a little on the edge, You understand what I'm saying. Stacy Cooper, can you speak on remedy for dry hair? And we're getting there, Stacy. We are getting there. Definitely, definitely, we're getting there. And also, let's see who else we have. Annette, unband to match necklace. Wow. Oh, yes, Annette. Thank you for noticing. All right, so I have a lot of jewelry, guys, but I just don't wear my jewelry on the show because I don't want when I'm going out. It's like, oh, I saw her wear that, but there's two things that I like a lot. I like to take care of my skin, and I like jewelry. Like that's where my money goes. And I have some really, really good pieces, really, really good pieces. And I also have cosmetics. I have across the board, but I like jewelry. Like if I'm airing too much, also you can see. Yes. Anyway, we're talking about hair, and we are moving on. Scary Brima. Okay, thanks, dear. Thank you for watching. Hello, Magdalene. How are you doing? Love your jewelry. Rita, welcome. Can Ginger Tea help with your hair? Ginger Tea can help with everything, Rita. By now, you know that ginger helps with a lot of things. Ginger and lemon is like the two must have in your home these days, okay? Must have. So if you ginger is just gonna detox the body, and when your body is detox, when everything is working, pumping, flowing right, your hair look good, your skin look good, your nails growing, your brows look good, and even your teeth start to look good, then you know all ginger can do all of that. All right, hello Edith Lampkin, happy Easter to you. Idumula, I think I messed your name up. Idemudia, Mama, how are you? Happy Easter, beautiful woman. Thank you. We have a newbie on this show, and you're saying sorry I didn't see your comments, but hope you didn't say anything out of the way. But it's MD Rofi Gal, Rofigul. Welcome, welcome to the chat. And Ham AHK, happy Easter, happy Easter. You're, addressing Lucy. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to dandruff, and most people will have some form of dandruff at least once in their lifetime. How many of you on this chat have never ever had dandruff? Dandruff. If you never ever have dandruff, comment because I want to see who you are. I have that. Funny enough, though, guys, I need to be honest with you. When I was younger, I had dandruff. I used to have dandruff more. Now I don't have dandruff. Lucky me. No joke. And I am not like dedicated when it comes out to my hair. As a matter of fact, some of you might not want to hear this. I take care of my hair once a week. Really, my hair is 100% natural. Once per week, like wash and put a little thing on the scalp. And I don't have dandruff. But when I was younger, oh my goodness, I used to get dandruff all the time. Tell me, but maybe that could be from stuff that I used to use in my hair, like processing the hair and all of that stuff. But if you have never ever had dandruff, comment, guys. I really need to see who you are that you never ever had dandruff. Whoa, we have one person that Stacy Cooper. I honestly never have dandruff. So that means you are someone that really take care of. Patricia, never ever have dandruff. Woo, I'm really surprised. Do you ever have dry scalp? And then you take care of the dry scalp before it turned into dandruff. Now, how do you know when you have dandruff? Well, the main sign that you have dandruff, you could see, you're going to see the flakiness. You're going to see all those little white things going on. However, when you take a look at your scalp, when you have dry scalp and you look at it, you're not going to see anything flake. The scalp is just going to look dry. When you have dandruff, you're going to see all those little dead particles just lifting. And regardless of your hair color, your skin color, it's always white. That's one thing we all have in common. Dandruff across the board. You're not going to find black dandruff, yellow dandruff, Caucasian dandruff. No, you're going to find white flaky dandruff, white flaky little particles on your hair. And some people have it so bad that it's not only in the root, when they comb it out, then it's all over in your hair like that. What do? Drink water. Drink water. That's just going to help. But we have some good remedies for the dandruff, guys, and I'm going to give it to you. The same remedies that you use for dry scalp is good, but here comes the main ingredient that's going to help with that dandruff. It is apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar will take care of your dandruff if you use it at least once per week on your hair. This is a rinse off. Now here comes the next ingredient that is good for dandruff, and this is one other ingredient that if you go to the store right now in New York, you're not going to find it, but it is good, and that is lemon. And I think I have about 4 lemon left in my refrigerator. So guys, you're not going to get no remedy with lemon for a while, okay? Only 4 I have left, and I bought a whole bag of lemons. Anyway, lemons. And another good thing for dandruff is tea tree oil. Tea tree oil of antibacterial properties, so it's also going to help with the itching. Another really good remedy for dandruff is honey. Amazing for dandruff. So what kind of remedy can we make with all these ingredients? I suggest that you dilute that apple cider vinegar. Dilute the apple cider vinegar and wash your hair with it. Wash your hair with the apple cider vinegar. It's not going to smell good. So use your regular shampoo after. So when you wash your hair, as a matter of fact, let it soak on the scalp a little. So saturate your hair with it and cover it with a paper, plastic, shower cap, whatever. Walk around with it, rinse it out, and then rinse your hair with your regular shampoo because you don't want that smell. The smell is really terrible, but the remedy is amazing. Then when you're done and your hair is dry and all of that, that is when you're going to mix some tea tree oil with some honey, and you're going to use that and massage your scalp. Amazing, 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 amazing. Also, the lemon juice can be mixed with the apple cider vinegar, or you can use that lemon juice standalone. Don't rub the lemon in your hair like that. The reason for that is going to leave all of those little lemon pulps, and that's not good. So for once, you're going to juice that lemon and have that fresh lemon juice, half lemon juice, half water, massage, soak that scalp with it, leave it for an hour, rinse it off, and then you apply some tea tree oil with some honey. You can even add a little bit of a coconut oil to it, mix it up, and use it on your scalp. For the dandruff, you want to treat your hair at least twice a week if you have severe dandruff. If you have just, a little bit, you can do this treatment once a week. If you are on the chat and you have dandruff and you're taking care of it with a natural remedy, go ahead and share that remedy with us. Also, TT, no dandruff, just thin hair. The aloe vera Jamaican castor oil, coconut oil help the thinning hair. And thank you so much for that. Shireen Brown, hi Khichi, I have tea tree oil. What is good with it for acne? You can actually use that on your skin just like that. However, for acne prone skin, I suggest that you mix that tea tree oil with any one of my amazing leave-on, but some olive oil, some coconut, depending on your skin type, some coconut oil. Best is grapeseed oil because it will not clog the pores. Argan oil, good, mix a little bit, not clog the pores. The trick is, before you use any of these remedies with that tea tree oil, you need to exfoliate your skin. Gentle exfoliate the skin to unclog the pores. What causes acne skin is that there grease and dirt that is in the pores that lead to acne because they get infected bacteria, and that's when you see all that pus. The tea tree oil is antibacterial, so it's going to help to clear up the acne by getting rid of all that bacteria. However, you got to have the tea tree oil to work by cleansing your skin, and you can wash your skin, exfoliate, and a simple brown sugar. Brown sugar is good for all skin types. You can actually use the brown sugar with a little water, even if you don't want to use oil in it. Exfoliate your skin. If the brown sugar grains are too big, blend it a little. You can even use some rice. Exfoliate your skin, rinse it off, and then you apply a little grapeseed oil with that tea tree oil on your acne skin. Use that for a week and come back and comment. I could almost guarantee you that the acne skin is going to get better. If it's severe, it's going to take a while. But if it's minor, in 1 week, acne clear up. But within a week, you're going to see amazing things going on your skin. Not straying from here today, guys. We're talking about hair. Bear with me. Now, guys, how could I finish talking about hair without talking about rice water? And there's a lot of remedies out there when it comes on to rice water. It's not a joke. Rice water, aloe vera, castor oil, tea tree oil, okay? Rosemary oil or fresh rosemary. These natural ingredients really, really work on your hair. Anyone out there, as a matter of fact, most of the hair products that you buy out there on the market today are going to contain at least one of these ingredients. And if you think I'm joking, turn your shampoo bottle over, turn your hair oil bottle over, turn your conditioner bottle over, read the ingredients. At least one of them is going to have some of these ingredients in it. Now, guys, for dry scalp, I think I forget to give one remedy. Another remedy was the yes, I think I gave that peppermint oil, shea butter, and castor oil. If you're just joining, we're talking about hair today. We're talking about thinning hair. We're also talking about bald spot. We're talking about dry scalp. We're talking about the dandruff, and which we're going to talk a little bit about split ends. But I think I have another recipe to give, and that is a recipe with rice water. Everyone can use rice water in their hair, regardless whether you have long, thick, flowing hair, thin hair, straight hair, kinky hair. It doesn't matter what hair you have. You can use rice water, and you're going to get amazing results from using the rice water. Been used, especially in Asia, for years and years and years and years, and people, new generation, old generation, millennium, regardless of who you are, always get on the rice water bandwagon, and that is for a reason. Now, how the best way to make rice water for your hair? Many different ways out there. To each his own. For me, I personally think that I should the rice water, put it in the pot, a cup of rice to about 3 cups of water, put it in the pot. As soon as the rice is going to start boiling, turn that stove off and let it sit for a little. You're not cooking the rice. You are just subtracting the starch from the rice. And that is what really rice water is. Rice water is really the starch from the rice. So once that is separated, then you're going to strain it off. And the water that you strain off is going to be the water that you use on your hair. I personally like when it's a little bit fermented, meaning that you're going to leave that rice water out for about a day or two. And then guess what you're going to do? You are going to add your favorite oils to it. Not a lot of oil. As a matter of fact, you can add some rosemary to that rice water when you're boiling. Well, not boil, just steaming. Let's use the word steam, because as soon as it starts to boil, you turn it off. No cook. Raw rice is going to be left. Use the leftover rice to make your facial products, okay? So that is how you get rice water. How do you use the rice water on your hair? You simply use the rice water to wash your hair. Personally, soak the hair with it, cover it, let it sit on your hair for a while, and then you rinse it out. How often can you use the rice water? As often as you wish. If once, twice, 3 times a week, this is one that is extremely safe with amazing results. If you have nice, thick, flowing hair and your hair is looking a little dull, that rice water is going to give it that natural sheen that most of us so desire. So as I said, use it up. Another way to use the rice water is to put it in a spray bottle. Put that rice water in a spray bottle and spritz it on your hair and just leave it on your hair for a couple of hours. You can even spritz that rice water on your hair and let it just dry without rinsing it out. After clean hair, that is. All right, so anyone have tried rice water before? Please comment. I'm watching my time and I'm seeing it is going. Let's take some comments. And hello, Alice Day. How are you doing? Khichi, I used to have dandruff too. Sometimes when you comb out your hair, it's a shame. And I know exactly what you're saying with that dandruff. But once you start taking care of your hair. Now, guys, why are we talking about hair? We're talking about hair because that actually helps you to look younger. Don't joke. Now, when you don't take care of your hair look a mess. You look old, you look aged, you don't look fresh and sprightly. Even if you have absolutely no makeup on your face, okay, and you comb your hair, you are going to have a nice glow to your skin. You're going to have this bright appearance. You don't comb your hair, everything is going to look dull. Do you ever, like some of us who are locked at home right now, not going anywhere? Take a look at me in the mirror, because some of us get really, really careless and we totally forget to take care of ourselves. We don't comb our hair. We don't really do anything. We're just they're lounging around in some old clothes or some pajamas or something. Look in the mirror and see. And then get up and comb your hair if you have not combed your hair all day. And look at in the mirror again without doing anything but combing your hair. You have a nice, fresh appearance. So that is why we need to take care of our hair. And when you reach a stage where you can't bother with it, you just cut it off. And when you cut off your hair, guess what? You still have to oil the scalp. You still have to take care of the scalp. Whether you're going to put coconut oil, olive oil on it, it doesn't matter what. You still have to take care of it. So definitely, we need to talk about hair. And if you want to really get that hair thick, and you mix that rosemary oil with the castor oil and some shea butter, that hair is going to get thick. There's another thing that is good for hair, and that is hemp oil. If you can get some hemp oil, mix it with all these castor oil and use it on your skin. I mean, I'm so used to talking about skin, guys, and use it on your hair as a hair oil, regardless if you have straight hair, whatever kind of hair you have, this is going to work. The difference with using hair oil on your hair, depending on your hair, some people can use more and some people just need a little bit, because some people hair is just going to fall like gloops if they use too much oil, while some people are here like bring on the oil, and it's just going to make the hair look healthy and nice. All right, so Elizabeth, we'll try rice water 2 times, and I'm going to make a recipe with, as a matter of fact, when I'm going to do my big reveal of my hair, yeah, I probably will make a amazing remedy that I'm using in my hair, along with, revealing, well, some of you know what it looked like, because if you watch my older videos, you're going to see my hair like right there, so it's nothing hidden. All right, so Marie Simit, I just tried the rice water. My hair did not look shiny. And how did you make your rice water now? Because that's another issue. Some people make the rice water totally different. And I just shared my personal rice water recipe with you guys. So in case you try another way and you want it to my way, use my way. My way, I do put a little bit of oil, whether it is rosemary oil or olive oil, along with the rice water, and that is how comes the combination. Just give it that nice looking sheen. Okay, all right. So Jennifer Faulkner, neem oil or the liquid fresh boiled neem leaf is wonderful for hair growth and conditioning. And I recently just purchased a bottle of neem oil, and I'm also using the neem oil, and I see amazing result. However, I am so biased when it comes on to oil, because I so love my castor oil, but I know the neem oil do wonders also. So if you have neem oil, definitely, guys, you try the neem oil. I'm just recently trying the neem oil, since I've been hearing so many people talking about the neem oil, but I am still mixing it with the Jamaican black castor oil. All right, let's move on. Give Deborah, I actually reboiled the rice, start water with some orange peel. I had to bring it down when it boils, then put it in a bottle and orange peel to ferment for 3 days before using. And here she have a very, very similar recipe to the one I just shared, except she actually use some orange peel, and that is giving you the vitamin C, the orange oil. So that is amazing. Substitute the orange peel for grapefruit or even lemon peel. It's going to do wonders, and that is amazing recipe that you just shared. All right, so Aya, hey beautiful, my hair is very soft yet very thin and dull, but it shed heavily. What's your advice? And you miss everything. You missed everything, but guess what? When the show is finished, just start from the beginning, and you're going to see some amazing recipe that is going to cover all of what you just mentioned right here. I gave recipe for thinning hair. I gave recipe for bald spot. I also gave recipe for dry scalp and dandruff. So just rewind, and you're going to see the recipe. I'm going to try, however, to write the recipe or some of the ingredients in the description box below. All right, so we have Taraji. I'm loving this recipe. Thank you so much for that. And someone want to know how to get their hair soft again. The remedy that I gave for thinning hair with that egg, it's good to soften your hair with some aloe vera gel. That is amazing to soften your hair. Give it a try. Use it for at least twice a month. because you probably wash your hair once or twice a week, using it, and come back and comment. I'm sure you're going to have some good news for us. And someone want to know about onion juice. Onion juice help with bald spot. Just like the apple cider vinegar, the onion juice will get the job done. The fact is, you're gonna smell like onions all the time. But tip a little bit of a lavender oil in the onion juice and use it on your hair. It's good for thinning hair also. Be careful though, because some people the onion tend to burn the scalp. So add some water to it if it's a little too strong. Lucy, today recipe for thinning hair. Okay, thank you for that, Lucy. All right, so we are moving on. Let's talk about edges. Now, this is not necessarily for young people. A lot of young people lose their edges because they wear a lot of wigs. But guys, older people and have thinning edges also. When you tend to comb your hair in one and you pull that hair back a lot, you tend to lose the edges. And other medical consideration and stuff causes people to lose their edges. Now, for me, a good remedy for the edges is using the rosemary oil mixed with some castor oil. Rosemary oil and castor oil is going to help to regrow those edges. And that is one remedy that you can use every single day. You can apply a little bit of rosemary oil and castor oil on your edges every day, and it's going to help it tremendously to grow back. Now, for those of you who like to wear a lot of wig, I suggest that you apply the rosemary oil and castor oil every time you're going to put your wig on. Yes, you might think that it's going to affect the glue from sticking. No, it's not. That's why you're going to use a little, and that's going to help to grow the edges. Also, the very same remedies that I post on my channel for eyebrows and lashes is also good to regrow your edges. And anything with aloe vera gel is going to help with the good old Jamaican black castor oil. That's going to help to regrow the edges. And let's see if I did have a recipe. Yes, the recipe. Oh, I almost cheat you guys. The good recipe for the edges. Here is the recipe. You're going to use 1 tablespoon of shea butter. You're going to melt that shea butter. You're going to add a teaspoon of argan oil and a teaspoon of avocado oil. Those are the 3 ingredients for regrowing your edges. However, that remedy is good for your brows and it's also good for your lashes. And guess what it's good for? It's good for split end and dry hair. If you find that your hair is dry, it's going to help to soften. It's going to help to control the split end because of that good old avocado oil. Avocado oil is loaded with omega-3 fatty acid that is going to help to regrow that and seep into that hair follicles and boost the circulation. Good for split end, good for a nice luster, good for bald spot across the board, but more so the edges, the split end, the eyebrow, and the eyelashes. And I repeat the recipe again: 1 tablespoon of shea butter, melt your shea butter, 1 teaspoon of argan oil, and 1 teaspoon of avocado oil. Now let's talk a little bit about avocado oil. Do you know that you can use avocado oil as an ear oil? For those of you who have those straight hair that I was just talking about, when you apply certain oils like the coconut oil on your hair and it just let your hair just drop like that, a good oil is the avocado oil. It's not gonna be heavy, it's very light, so it's not gonna weigh your hair down. So use up the avocado oil instead of coconut oil for those of you who do not like coconut oil. Amazing, amazing for your hair. And you can also choose to tip a little bit of a vitamin E oil in the avocado oil, and that is as powerful as it gets when it comes on to bald spot, dandruff, split end, you name it, it's going to get the job done. Natasha, hi Khichi, can I use this remedy every day, then rinse my hair out? I am a bit skeptical with water going through my hair. No. Once a week. The leave-on remedies, those that I said you could leave on, that you use like the shea butter, the castor oil and all of that. The leave-on, remember I differentiate what you could leave on and what you have to rinse out. You don't need all these remedies. You only need one, and you can use it once per week. If you're all fun and game, twice a week the most, but you don't need to. For those of you who wash your hair every single day, you're still going to use it at least 2 times per week. not 3-4 times. You don't need all of that. However, when you wash your hair every single day, you're stripping the moisture, and we could talk about that another time in another video. But some people really do wash their hair every day. For those people who do that, you're gonna add some of these remedy to your shampoo, and each time you shampoo your hair, then you're gonna have it going through your hair. Every day you wash your hair, add it to your shampoo. Once a week you wash your hair, you need the remedies only once a week. The leave-on remedies, you can use them whenever, 2 to 3 times a week. If you want to, you can oil your scalp, your edges, you can use that every day. And for thinning hair, you could, massage your, for thinning hair, massage your scalp every day if you can. That's going to help tremendously. For bald spot, if you massage your hair every day, it's going to help tremendously. So when you comb your hair, just do your thing. When you have to rinse things out, once, twice a week, and you are good to go. Now, guys, my time is up. I can't believe it. Shireen Broad, can you send me your email? Khichibeauty@gmail.com. And Lucy, okay, so Lucy just gave the other remedy. And let's see if I missed any important. My time is up, guys. So ask a question now before we get off. So in case you are late, what we spoke about today was thinning hair, and we gave a recipe for thinning hair. We also talk about bald spot, especially in men. We talk about the difference between men bald spot and female bald spot, and also scarring, which is from like burn or something going on. And we also talk about dry scalp. We talk about dandruff. We talk about edges, like thinning edges, and we also talk about a little bit about split ends. And for every single one of these, we mentioned a recipe or two. Some we gave like 2 recipes or 3 recipes. So if you want to know what these recipes are, when the video is finished, I'm going to put different time segments, and you could go back and watch for what you want. But we talk about ingredients like castor oil, we talk about rosemary oil, we talk about shea butter, we talk about ginger, we also talk about tea tree oil and many other avocado oil and many other ingredients that are known, rice water that are known to brighten, grow, just take care of the hair on a whole. All right, Natasha, should I use warm or cold water to wash or rinse my hair? I would say to each his own. I think a little bit of a room temperature water is best. Personally, for me, I like to wash my hair with warm water, but to each his own. Some people like cold water. I just feel like when I wash my hair with warm water, it's a little, cleaner. But that's me. But not everyone. But to each his own. It really does matter. All right, so Maria Simit, I was late for the beginning. The beginning, we talk about thinning hair, and I think our second segment was on bald spot. Whenever you're late, guys, not to worry. You could actually rewind or wait for the video to post and go back and watch it. And Lucy is also posting some of my videos on some of these topics, because I do have videos on like bald spots and thinning hair and edges and brows, so you could go and watch all these remedies and that I shared today are totally new. I'm almost sure that we don't have any of these. We might have some of the ingredients but not the complete remedies. So if you want these remedies, you just have to watch the video over, and somebody's going to end up coming up and writing it out, which people normally do anyway if I do it. So that's my time, guys. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday if you celebrate Easter. Happy Easter to you. I'm going to take another 3 minutes. I'm going to chit chat with you guys. So go ahead, ask some questions. If you're still watching, guys, give the video a thumbs up. That is how you support the channel. When you come on, give the video a thumbs up, especially when you like the topic, so that when we're done with the chat, we could see that, X amount of people would like to get at least 100 thumbs up. I know sometimes you get so caught up just listening without commenting or thumbsing up the video, but just show your support and get us up to at least 100 thumbs up. Okay, now let's take some questions while you thumbs the video up if you have not yet thumbs the video. What is your favorite recipe for the week? Which of the videos, guys, that you watch this week that you can't wait to try, or which of the video you watch that you really, really want to try? You can comment on that. Also, the recipes that I gave out today, do you have any similar recipe that you personally is using on your hair and your seed are result or great result. Continue to thumbs up, guys. If you have not yet thumbs up the video, give it a thumbs up. We're looking for at least 16 more thumbs up to end the show with 100 thumbs up. All right, Stacy Cooper, dry hair, please. Okay, so oh yes, I didn't or did I miss the dry hair? Oh yes, you missed the dry hair, or did I not talk about the dry? Yeah, we did talk about, no, we talked about dry scalp. We didn't talk about dry hair, but I do have a recipe for dry hair that I have right here on my thing. And that is for dry hair, we have several different oils that you can use on your dry hair. We have olive oil, we have coconut oil, we have carrot seed oil, and we also have some argan oil. Those are some of the best oil that you can use on dry hair. And the reason for that is these oils are the heaviest from these two is olive oil and coconut oil. And those are for hair that are tightly knit, like dark skinned people with tight knit hair. And for those people with straight hair, we have the carrot seed oil, and we also have the carrot seed butter that is good for dry hair. How do you apply these to your hair? Just as you would do any other oil. However, I also have a little side note here that for dry hair, you can also get the store-bought aloe vera gel, mix it with some carrot seed oil or some carrot seed butter, and use that in your hair, massaging it not only on your scalp but also on your hair. And the other thing too is the avocado oil. So those are the notes I have on dry hair, guys. So any other question in case there's something else that I missed? Can you, if you're just watching, you have not yet, give the video a thumbs up, share, you know, a little thumbs up with us. The thumbs up, you're going to find it right below the video. Right below the video, you're going to see one up, one and down. Click on that, and that's how you thumbs the video hub, just to support the channel by showing us that, you know, you like the topic. All right, so Patricia just mentioned an recipe I gave with the coconut oil, castor oil, and shea butter. Lady Boo, happy Easter to you all. And we also have KEXO, happy Easter to you. And we also have, let's see who I forget, Trendy Commodities. What oil is good to grow men beard? The rosemary. And I actually have a video on it. I think Lucy probably posted rosemary oil. Rosemary oil, you can use it directly on the beard, or you could mix the rosemary oil with some carrot seed oil. It's not heavy, it's not greasy, so you know, no one gonna touch you and leave grease. It's just gonna just absorb in that beard. Amazing. If I can find the recipe, I'll post the link below and I've spent a lot of time making that beard oil for you guys. So the video is on my channel. I'm going to try to find it and post it in the description box for you. All right, so Jackie Mom, how are you? I just missed your comment. I enjoyed the topic. Happy Easter, happy weekend. Thank you for that. What are you guys doing? What did you guys do for the Easter? If you celebrate Easter, not everyone do. What did you do this weekend? And do you live somewhere where you are quarantined, or are you able to go out and walk about freely? Let me know. Let me know. Let's do a little 3-minute chit chat. We need 10 more thumbs up before the show is closed. Natasha, I don't see the thumbs up button. Depending on how you turn your whatever you're watching on, if you turn it this way, sideways, you're not going to see it. If you flip it the other way, then you're going to see the thumbs up button. I know a lot of people have issue not finding the thumbs up button, but it's right below the video, and I guess you have to turn to see it, or you wait until the video is done if you can't find it and give it a thumbs up. Queen Forever, is inversion method help to grow hair inches? Well, that's questionable. A lot of people do it, and some people have results, some people don't. So I guess everything have, you know, to do with your you know, the way your follicles respond to it. So if you give it a try and it works for you, come back and comment. However, I have no issue with it. Trendy, what's the best fragrant oil to use in the oil for men's beard? Okay, cedarwood oil. Cedarwood oil, and cedarwood oil is good to use in any remedy that I share on the channel, and you want to make it a little masculine, Use some cedarwood oil. Another thing that is good to make it masculine is sandalwood powder or sandalwood oil. That is going to give it that masculine touch. Just when you put it on, you don't smell girly. All right. So definitely use that up. And I have a bottle of cedarwood oil here, and it's good. I mix it with some other oil and I burn it in my thing. But for men, cedarwood oil is great. And if you check your perfume bottle, you might notice that they use it in it to give this that perfume cologne, to give men cologne that's manly touch. Cedarwood oil. Start to take a note of it, and you're going to be surprised that you're seeing it all over. All right, so we are moving on. My Patricia Little, you two Annette. All right, guys, so my time is up. I love you guys. I enjoyed doing this topic today. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Share the video, guys. And always when you come on, leave your comment. And you can also ask questions. You can send email to khichibeauty@gmail.com. If you want to be a member of the channel, click on the join button. And this will lead you to a page where you decide on what tiers. Thank you so much, Lucy, for moderating today's show. I hope, some of you get some vital remedies that you need. Take care of yourself, guys. Be safe. Wash your hands, guys. And even though I'm home and I'm in my office, here I have my, what is this again? Hand sanitizer, and I'm using it even though I'm inside. Outside, at the door, my hand sanitizer. I'm in New York, guys, so it's not overdoing things. In the car, I go home in the car, hand sanitizer, get inside the car, hand sanitizer. Guys, you gotta take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, no one is gonna do it for you. We have so many things going on these days that is very important, but it's also very important not to get down, not to feel depressed. So what you do, you use some natural remedies to cheer yourself up. In case you missed this video, guys, this is a gel, and this is a gel that is good for dark under eye circles. The video is on the channel, post last week. You could go back and look at it if you have dark under eye circles. We also post a video how to grow your brows and your lashes. You could go and check those videos out. And we also post a video showing you how to make an amazing vitamin C gel. Oh my goodness, guys. If you have not seen that video, you need to watch it. Not only do you need to watch it, but you need to try that recipe. Look how young I look today. That is like so good. So if you missed those videos, go ahead, watch it, and give it a try, and come back and leave some comments, because those are some really good. I also make a vitamin C spray. I think the video is posted already. Yeah, the vitamin C spray, especially like you guys that live in Jamaica, the time is warm, you spritz that on your face. It's not only going to plump that face up and hydrate the skin, but it's going to clear the skin of spots and blemishes. I'm beaming because I love those recipes. Really amazing recipes, guys. So any video you missed last week, go and give it a look at. And we're coming up with some amazing videos this week. Also, guys, my vlog channel, I've been trying to post some videos on it, so support my vlog channel by subscribing. If you have not yet subscribed to the vlog channel, the link is in the description box below. If you click on it, it will take you to the vlog channel. Support by subscribing and watching the videos. All right, guys, my time is up. Happy Sunday. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Every week I promise a midweek live, and I'm still not doing it, but we'll see how it goes this week. And if we're doing it, you definitely will get the notification. So enjoy your week. Stay safe. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you all next week. Thank you so much, Lucy, for moderating the chat. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Love you also. Gloria.